Hi, YouTube. Good morning. Coffee? Is it coffee hour? Yes, it is. It's coffee hour. Is it me or is it just the mental thing? Because once I take a sip, I'm boing up. I have a lot to talk about today, kind of. Um, I got some downloads. I don't know if someone's going on a boating trip. I saw a bunch of sailboats, but I heard sirens along with it. So I don't know what that meant. I wrote that down, but I felt a lot of anxiety and stress. I wrote this down that someone needs to work on their breathing techniques and turn pain into something good for yourself. You'll start changing and feeling better. Um, Someone needs sunshine and smiles. That's what I wrote. So I don't know about what that is all about with the sailing or boating. I just heard sirens, so be careful today if you're out on the boat. Um, I wanted to drink my coffee and talk to you guys about, you know, I was given a tip yesterday. Someone said, when did you know that you could read or new things, get premonitions? When did you start getting them? And I had to sit and think about that. I mean, I remember as a little girl, let me take a sec. I remember as a little girl always getting nightmares. Well, as a little girl, I thought they were nightmares. And I used to always run to my parents' room and they would wake up and I'd be sitting in a ball on their floor. But there was just this one time that I remember very distinctly. I don't even know how old I was. I had a vision of someone. It was like an angel, like he had wings, but as a little girl, that's scary. Saying, come to the light, come. And I just remember putting baby powder all over my dad when he was sleeping. Whoops, I'm sorry, Dad, I love you. But I did do that, and that was one of the times that I can sense things before they're gonna happen. It's unexplainable. I feel things. I could walk in a room and tell you who's good and who's not good. Like, ooh, I don't like that person. I just, like, vibes bounce off of me. In a nutshell, I really can't explain. But as a teenager, I did a lot of puzzles, tried to be around, by myself when I wasn't taking care of my brother. And a lot of things came to me when I was doing a puzzle or listening to music, journaling. I journaled a lot back then. And then, life happened and I stopped for a little bit. And then I started getting back into it. And this is when I feel like they're like, hello, where have you been? Come back. And I'm feeling like the more I'm doing it, the stronger I'm getting. And I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I did want to explain like how this became about, and I'm still learning also. I never really read tarot cards or did any of that. That's hence the reason I started writing my own. All my cards that I've done is stuff that I've picked and prodded from my journal. Just little things on a page that stuck out to me. I was like, ooh, let me make a card. And then I started doing it just for myself. And then I started buying more cards and writing more things. And I started praying more, meditating. healing my chakras, listening to meditation music, just certain things that I was like guided to do. It was almost like they were saying, you need to do this. And I just started doing it, and now you need to do this, and you need to say this and do that and write this and write that, and it's just unexplainable. I really could not explain it any better than I just did, because I still don't even know. But I am doing this channel in the hopes that I help bring a message out. You know, maybe you stumble across my readings or a short that I do, and you're like, oh wow, that got me right there. And like it or something, subscribe or something. You know what I mean? So there's messages with me doing this, and it makes me feel better. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it to help somebody, because that's what I do. I like to help people, and in doing that, it makes me feel like I'm serving a purpose instead of just living on this earth and working and making a paycheck and, you know, smiling at everybody. And, you know, I want to do something more. And so in this journaling, this is where it's brought me thus far. So you and I, we're learning together, we're growing together, we're going up together. Okay, that's all I can say. I don't know when and what video I said we were going to talk about earth angels and whatnot, but I figured today would be a good day to do that. Like, what's an earth angel? I keep hearing star seed. What's a star seed? Who's a light worker? What does all these things mean, right? Well, I went ahead and I have it all in my journal, but I put them on cards so that I can easily read them to you. You know, and something I wrote down, anyone alive can reach divine light. Okay, this is huge. Put it into practice. Journal, be kind, learn, higher learning, want to do it, and it will start coming to you. Like it, can you see that? Probably not, because it's on my, it's a pen. Anybody can do this. It's not just, I mean, yeah, I have extra gifts, but I didn't even know what it was, and it was scary. When I was a kid, I was scared. I remember seeing that angel, and I felt like air. Does anyone just get shivers out of nowhere? That's usually a sign that someone's near you, like a spirit or your guides, your angels, or someone's near you. And they're trying to get a message. They're trying to, like, hey, look that way. Or, hey, don't drive that route today. You know, if you drive a certain route and you decide, well, today I feel like switching it up. You might have switched it up because you knew something was, yeah, I do that all the time. I'm like, I think I'm going to go this way today. Out of the clear blue sky, and come to find out there was an accident or something that way, or there was a cop that way and you were speeding or something wild. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of me because I'm Sunday and, you know, I'm in a robe. But I'm gonna put it down here because I feel weird being all discombobulated, and I want to be comfortable talking about this. Okay, so this is what I got going on today. Set up. This is what I did when I was meditating. I've got a lot of stuff going on. See my candles, and I sit here and I do this thing, and it works. I do what works for me. You know, do what works for you. But so you keep hearing people if you're wondering, like, what's a light worker? What's a earth sign? What's a star seed? What does all that crap mean, right? Well, essentially, we're all in it for the same purpose. We're all the same. The only difference is we're on different levels, okay? Different, like, layers. You know how an onion has layers? Well, there's different layers to this too, and anyone can do it. Remember, anyone can reach this. You just have to put it into practice. So when I keep telling you, journal, meditate, clear your chakras, learn about it, start learning, you'll start seeing things too, like, whoa, oh my God, what the hell was that? It could be scary sometimes, it can be, but I don't let it scare me. I just keep moving. All right. But light workers are no different from star seeds, okay, and earth angels, except for the levels of awareness, like I just said. You can all be these. You can't put a label on yourself, okay? But what you can do is bring awareness to yourself that you're moving, okay? Light workers also bring awareness of the nature of your soul and the potential for growth, connections in this life, okay? A light worker is a soul who incarnates into physical form, who has dedicated themselves to shining light into the world. Higher dimensional light of spirit and the divine in physical to help others transform on earth. And I don't know what this says. Earth out of darkness into greater levels of light, peace, harmony, connection, and authenticity. Okay? So that's basically what a light worker is. They're just on a different plane, if you know what I'm saying. Star seeds. Okay. Have you ever looked at stars and felt nostalgia, wondering what is out there and who is out there, and is there a story written in the stars, right? So star seeds are highly advanced spiritual beings that originated from distant planets, solar systems, far from Earth. And they differ from earth angels because they are not rooted here. But they still have, they still have someone's going to have a hard time speaking today. My throat chakra. I don't know what that's about. And that's what happens to me. I'll get, like, a download, right? Say I'm doing something, I'll get a download and I instantly feel sick. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And then it'll go away. Just certain things like that. If I get a headache, that means I'm really working extra hard, or angels are trying to get me a message to get to somebody. And then once I get it out, I feel better. It's weird. It's really weird. Does it happen to anybody? Has that ever happened to anybody? Anyways, back to starseeds. Universal signs that you are a starseed, okay? You feel like you have a sense of being different, a strong sense of unfulfilled purpose. Your intuition is strong, okay? You love to learn. You're highly sensitive. You feel like an old soul. And you're into holistic health, remedies. They all intrigue you. Okay? These are signs. And innovators, healers, teachers, counselors. And I wrote there's 78 million star seeds. And there's 19 different kinds in the world. Okay? Oh, God. My cat and my dog are arguing. You hear them? Anyways, more signs that you're a starseed are that babies and animals are drawn to you. Have you ever been somewhere and in someone's house and they're like, oh, my dog never goes to so and so, or they run and hide, and the dog's like at your feet licking your toes. I mean, also signs that you're a star seed, you're drawn to crystals, okay? Crystals just illuminate you. You're empathetic. You support others. And you're into conspiracy theorists, okay? Did anyone ever have an imaginary friend as a child? That's a sign that you are a star seed. And like I said, you can move up. You could be a star seed and then go up a channel to a light worker. You could, you know what I'm saying. You can go up. Earth angels. Now I have like 2 pages of this because I feel like Earth angels spoke the most for me, myself, personally. Signs of being an earth angel. You are aware and connected with the higher angelic self, with your angelic self. And so by ascending, raising vibration, showing light, you're tuned in and embodying your angelic self in the physical form, rather. You are a divine messenger. Create positive changes, okay? I have all the rest in here. You're always seeing good in people when others don't. Okay, that's a big one for me. You have a graceful energy that uplifts people. So have you ever walked in the room and like the room just lights up, or is there anybody that you know that when they're around everybody's like, woo, and they say, oh my God, that's the life of the party? Well, in a nutshell, were you indifferent, a loner as a child? Did you always have an idea or a solution to offer? And love helping others. That's a big one. Like, love helping others is a big, big sign that you're an earth angel. Okay? Does it ever bother you when loved ones don't connect? Like when someone thinks they're just not on the same wavelength, and it bugs you that you can't get them there, Do you accept others for who and what they are? That's a big one. Those are just some small examples of what an earth angel does, okay? So like I said, anyone alive can reach the divine light, but you have to put it into practice. And the more you practice, the stronger you're going to get, the higher you're going to go, and you're going to wow yourself like, oh my God, what in the world was that? Did that just happen? Let me tell you what happened, you guys. Oh my God. Aaron, if you're listening, this one's for him. So I'm texting my friend last night and we're chit-chatting, and he's like, did you know I almost died? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What happened? No. He said, well, for my birthday, my parents got me one of the like dirt bike type things. And so he was riding this dirt bike. I don't know what they call it, but he got pushed off the road by another car, and he ran into a telephone pole. Messed up his whole left side, thank God he had a helmet on. But I said, oh my God, what happened? Like, are you serious? Please don't say the left side, because if you say the left side, I'm going to throw up. And it took about 5, 6, 7 text messages later, and he's like, yeah, my whole left side was smashed, like a huge bruise. So I go, oh my God, I got to show you something. So I run into my bedroom and I grab my journal and I was like, when did this happen? So he gave me the time frame. So I'm going back. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, I wrote down, and I remember writing it because my pen started dying the same time. It was a Sunday night that I wrote this. I was feeling like my left boob started hurting. My shoulder was like aching and pulsing, like pulsating. So I wrote it down somewhere in here. Whatever day it was, I wrote someone's shoulder. Okay, I wrote shoulder, left shoulder. Someone's going to hurt their shoulder. So at first, I asked my other friend, I'm like, is your left so the next day after that happened, I was like, did you hurt your left shoulder? And he was like, tee hee hee. Yeah, because I'm old. Of course you would come up with that. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Someone's going to hurt their shoulder. Their left shoulder in particular is what I wrote down. And here it is, a month later, and I'm just finding out about his accident. And it was, come to find out, he dislocated his left shoulder, his rotor cuff, all this stuff. And I immediately, my cheeks got hot. I was like, holy shit, so when I'm telling you that when I write this stuff down, it's for someone, it's not for nothing, it's for somebody. And it could be a month from now, it could have happened, it just, seriously, I freaked myself out last night. I was like, oh my God. When I showed him that, he was like, oh my God, that's weird, that's eerie, that is so weird. And I'm like, I know, please don't think I'm weird. I don't want to be weird. And anyways, so I think I have known that something was up with me because I've always been able to do this. And I really never told people because I thought I was weird, like, I can't explain it. I just thought, I'll keep that to myself. But I'm telling you, start journaling, start doing all this stuff and see where it takes you. See what happens. Start looking for signs and synchronicities. And that is your way, the angel's way of getting a message to you. Okay, I've got that somewhere in here. That's how angels communicate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where it is, but so it's crazy, unexplainable and crazy, but it's also an awesome feeling. So don't let it scare you. Just make sure you're meditating and make sure you're clearing out your space too. Speaking of that, let's burn some sage. Let's burn some sage. Just to make sure that there's all good energies here, okay? I do it over a bowl so that way it doesn't, sometimes it like sparks and stuff. I don't want to have a problem. But here goes my, see what I mean? It flies out and stuff. So be careful when you're lighting your sage, because sometimes they can fly off, and if you don't see it happen, it could start a fire. So some sage, and then we'll read some cards. I got my cards crystallizing now. They're getting all cleansed. We'll do some cards this morning. Did anyone see my short this morning? That came out of nowhere in my deck. And I thought, oh, what a perfect day to put this down for Sunday. Like, Sunday is normally a church day, But you don't have to go to church to believe, You just gotta put it in practice. Like, you know, it's always, it's like that thing, you'll get higher vibrations when you go, when you're surrounded by people like that, but you don't necessarily have to go. That's just my thought. So yeah, did everybody have a good night? I did some meditating. I found a new group. Did you guys see? I sent it in my community. It was like over an hour long. I couldn't listen the full hour because I felt like she was just repeating it, which I know she was. But I did listen for a good half hour, and I felt it was so peaceful, and her voice is beautiful. Oh my God, so talented. I'm telling you. But I sent it in my community. And they do different like sceneries. Check them out. I forgot even what her name was, but I thought it was pretty freaking awesome. Very talented. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Let's get our cards. Let's get some cards out. Let's see what happens. Let's see some messages. You know what? Here's what I want to do. Let's get some divine words from Spirit today. Let's do that to start off our reading. Let's see if anything wants to. Ooh, this one didn't want to go in. Let's see. Joy is the ultimate creator. So practice being joyful. That's what I'm getting from that card. Practice being joyful, and you know, it wears off on others too. When you're miserable, everyone else around you is going to feel that, and in turn be miserable. So don't surround yourself near miserable, rotten people, because it wears off on you. And it's, so be mindful who you're hanging with. Be mindful who you're surrounding yourself with. Felt like I had to say that today. I'm only gonna get a couple. Oh my gosh, did you guys see my shorts yesterday? I did for every single sign, and it took me forever because, well, towards the end it took me forever because I couldn't get Taurus to roll out. So I finally, after like 25 rolls, I was like, F it. Here, I'm gonna put Taurus's sign last but not least, you know, and I didn't get a lot of watches on them, but I wanted to do it, and it was fun doing it. Actually, it was really fun doing it. So maybe I'll do that once a week. Maybe I'll set a day and do that once a week, because it was fun. It really was. It's just time consuming, but that's okay. I'll find time. If you want me to do that, let me know too, you know. Sorry, coffee. Needed a little coffee sip. What's your favorite coffee? Do you like the Keurig? Do you like the best part of waking up? It's Folgers in my cup. Remember that commercial? Holy shit. I still do like a cup of Folgers. Like if I'm in a hotel and they don't have a Keurig, which is very rare, right? And they have the old coffee, little 4-cup machine. Sometimes that is good coffee. Shocking. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go like this. I did shuffle these. I shuffle, like, when I'm meditating, sometimes I shuffle just to be moving my fingers, and stuff starts coming to me. So, these have been shuffled. oodles and oodles of times. But I'm going to make 2, 4, 5, 6 piles, and I'm going to feel what's the strongest. What pile is, you know, feeling the strongest. And then I'll shuffle them and pull a couple cards out. Okay? I don't know why I'm feeling this third pile right here. Yeah, I'm going with it. I just heard 3. And so I automatically took this as my third pile because, you know, it's in a row. I heard 3. Let's do 3. I'm still wondering what's going to happen on August 5th. I know you guys think I'm nuts, but something is. Or the 15th, but I'm strongly picking up the 5th, which is in how many days? 2 weeks? I don't know. 2 weeks. Top, bottom, what do we want? Top. Heading in a better place. Oh, that's an awesome card. Heading in a better place. Yes. That's nice. For whoever that's for. That's nice to hear. Top, bottom, middle. What do we want? Bottom? Okay. Listen to your heart. I just heard the song, Listen to Your Heart when she's calling for you. Who sings that? Heart? Right? I don't know who sings it, but it's an old song. I remember my mom, I used to listen to it in the back seat. My mom liked it. We had to watch and wait. Yes, you're heading in a better place. Watch and wait. Listen to your heart. Yes. This is good. I don't even know if I want to take any more because I like this energy. This energy is nice. Someone is working their buns off to get to some peace. So if you're out there listening, or you stumble across this video, and you're working your buns off, you're heading in a good place, man. Just listen to your heart and watch and wait, okay?